Hey guys, we are back with episode 5 of All the Mods 10, and today I was gonna build a blaze farm, but I already did. The last episode I recorded did not record my mic audio, so unfortunately all the stuff I did was lost. But what I did essentially was build a blaze farm so then we could have nice blaze rods for whatever we need to craft. And what I did to do that was hold on. These zombies are not being very cool. What I did was use an ender chest and an absorption hopper. This absorption hopper then grabs the items that the blazes drop when they die. And what I used to make this mob farm was a bunch of vector plates, ethereal glass, and some mob mashers. These mob mashers essentially just kill them and drop the loot. They act just like a player. And then the absorption hopper basically grabs the items in a 7x7 area and either stores them here in its inventory or shoves them in the ender chest to its left. It also collects the experience from whatever it gets killed in here and puts it into this tank. This is an XP tap that I can just right click and it spills all the XP out from this tank into the ground or into my inventory. So after I built this, I did end up crafting a nitro player transmitter. This is the main thing that we needed from Powa. The nitro player transmitter is the main thing we needed from Powa. This is going straight towards the All the Mods star. Right here, our nitro player transmitter. We also did end up making nitro crystals, which was a big plus. We used our nether star, unfortunately. But, as you can see right here, I ended up going to the Beyond. When I went to the Beyond, I was looking for the Unobtainium upgrade tablet. I did not end up finding it, but I did end up getting 2 piglet hearts. Now, I do have the footage for that, but first I'm going to show you what I did here. What I did was I used the ender chest over there at my mob farm and connected it to this one, which then brings the items from the mob farm that are dropped from the blazes, puts them into this ender chest, which are then pulled with this pipe into these storage drawers, which what I wanted to do was connect this storage controller to my AE system, and this will essentially use these storage drawers as drives, which then allows them to be displayed inside of my terminal, just like this drive right here. But instead of the discs, I use drawers, which will act as the discs. I have blaze rods done. Basically, I don't really need that many right now. But what I was doing was that, and what I'm recording right now was supposed to be the episode that I created the Hyphatus Forge. But to give you guys some content, I'm going to build that now. So what we need is a, what's it called? I need all of these blocks. I need 48 polished darkstone. So let's grab. Did I already make some? I might have. I did. So that's not good. But what I needed was diorium. Diorium is made with Mundivir dust, which I do not. I have everything else, including the blaze powder, but I do not have the phantom membrane that drops from the phantoms. So I'm currently in the progress of not sleeping to then hopefully they spawn. I haven't had any luck yet, and this is night 4, but as we wait for them to spawn, I believe we're going to get started on either collecting bees or Ars Nouveau. I want to get the Glyph of the Wither, which I need 3 skulls for, and a Abjuration Essence, which is a fermented spider eye, a source gem, sugar, and milk. I need an imbuement chamber, which is down here in my basement. I have 3 of them lined up right here. I need to make some source, so I need lapis, which is needed to place here, here, and here. And then this purely makes source gems, so it just collects source from the air and turns the lapis lazuli into source, which then can be used to make whatever you need. But right here we have our scribe table, and I'm pretty sure our book is, yeah, our Nova's spell book is right here. Now, I'm not really too sure how easy it's going to be to make this Glyph of the Wither. Throw a few Wither skeleton skulls and an abjuration essence to make a Wither Glyph. If it didn't work, you might need more EXP. You see that I have 90 levels, so I should have quite enough. I think I have more than enough. But let's see if we need a special formation or anything else. So it looks like I do. These look like source jars, and this seems to be ritual tables. Yep, arcane pedestals. So now that we can make these out of source. So we're gonna need, oh, I think it's 9 of them. So we're gonna need, so we already have 4 here. We're going to need, oh, what is this then? What is source stone? Oh, this is much easier then. Let's just take some stone from here, right? Get 8 stone, maybe 16. Now that we have 16 stone, we can then use the source to make source stone. You see, now that we have enough stuff to make these arcane pedestals, I'm decently sure we need 9 of them. Oh, I'm not sure what that is right there. We need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we need 3 more source jars. I have 1 right here. And this is that a ritual brazier right there? No, it doesn't appear so. Alright, that's fine. Let's make some more source jars. I'm relatively sure that they're very easy to make. Yeah, a source jar is just archwood and... Okay, I thought I had archwood. I'm guessing not now. Oh my gosh, I hate this. Actually, I'm gonna look at my saplings. I thought I did have saplings of all the arcane, or the Ars Nouveau stuff. All the Ars Nouveau trees I did have. I don't know where I put them, though. That is not good, because I'm going to need these sooner rather than later. And I also need archwood. But source jars are not... Can I make these? I wonder if I can make these with wood essence. No. Actually, I think I have... There might be saplings up here, maybe. No saplings. That is not good. I do need these. Actually, there is some arcane wood right here. Yeah, this is archwood. This should work. Hopefully. I don't think it said vexing. Yeah, it's just archwood. Yep, we got it. So we need 3 more of these, and then we go up here to my farm like we saw last episode, and we go over to our what is it? An agronomic source link, and we place our jars. I think I can just stack them. Oh wow, that was really easy. This must have a ton of source. I might need to place this lower. I'm just gonna get rid of these since I now have enough. Yeah, that isn't quite full yet, so I'm gonna get it started. I have 3 jars. I'm not sure if we need all 4. I'm assuming we do. You know, if we didn't, I'm not sure if we'd have enough source. I also need lapis because we need 3 more. We need 3 more source gems so we can make our tables. Crafting source gem. Add a source nearby to... Can I use these? Oh yeah, I can. That drained it a little bit though. I don't think it'll be that serious. So now that we have these, I can make our arcane pedestals. And that's 5. I thought I had 3 more. I bet I do. No, I don't. Okay. So I need slightly more lapis. Actually, no, I'm going to do 4 more because I need to make more source stone too. So we'll put 3 of these in here and we'll get some more stone real quick. Just 8 more. We're going to have a big hole in our wall after this. We'll put something in here. Probably our enchantment table since I took that out. Had to make some room for the mob farm over there. The blaze. So let's make... Oh, wait. I need to wait for this to get done. Okay, we have our source gem. And we should be able to craft our last arcane pedestal. So now that we have this, it is... What is the pattern here? So... There's 4 like that. 1 in the corners, so that like that. And... Where was the other one? 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Okay. And then let's go check our 4th source jar to see if that's full. And it appears not quite. I'll cut back to you guys whenever this is full.
1 eternity later.
Alright, hey guys, we are back and now it is at 100%. Now we are going to go down here and set up our aberration or abjuration thing. I think we need a source gem, so we need 1 of these. This goes in the middle. No recipe found. Pedestals are required. They must be placed within 1 block of the cube around the chamber. Hold on. So to make 1 of these, it is a milk bucket, fermented spider eye, and sugar. So that, and this. I think it goes right there, and what does it mean? What? So, if I make this, here, hold on. I think if I hold, so abjuration, right? So I need to make 1 of these. I need 2,000 source, and a fermented spider eye, sugar, and milk. Obtained by placing lapis or that? Okay, so I need a... Here. At ours quest, is there a book? I wonder if there's a book that I can read so then I know what is going on. It doesn't seem so, but then how the hell would I make this? Right? So then I use this for what? So the imbuement chamber is... No recipe of pedestals are required. They must be placed within 1 block, the 1 block cube around the chamber. But here, it is placed like this, so I don't understand what is happening. Okay, so I found out why the crafting recipe had to be 1 block in. It seems that I had it slightly wrong, having them out here. And now we have our abjuration essence. Now we can make our... we should be able to make our wither glyph, if I'm not wrong. So it is just 3 wither skulls and an abjuration essence. So we need a scribe table, which we have over here. Basically, the scribe table allows us to make different types of glyphs, which then are applied in our Novus spellbook. Or there's multiple spellbooks, but this is just the one I have. You can bind a key to this wheel right here. This allows you to pick out your spells. So now if I right click this, I can see everything in here, like a projectile. You have to combine all of these and to make a specific tier and such, but right now we're just focused on making our wither glyph. Select. There we go. You just have to craft it inside of the table basically, so you right click it with your book in hand and then you scroll over to tier 3 and you pick out the wither glyph. And now it is waiting for me to toss the items onto the table. So I just throw this on, and now it'll start writing the glyph for me. So now that we have this, we have the wither glyph. So now we get our wither skulls back, and I'm not sure exactly what we use this for. Actually, we can see wither compass. So we need a glyph, and it seems they've changed up the crafting recipe a little bit. I remember you used to need to get very into occultism for this. It doesn't seem so now. Witherproof, yeah. It seems pretty basic. Much easier to craft than before. And let's go see if there's any phantoms up that we can kill. So I don't see any, so let's stay outside for a minute and maybe they will spawn. I need at least, I think, 3 membrane, so then I can... Actually, what is it? So, Diorium. To craft Diorium, it is... Oh, no. To craft Diorium, I need 2 Mundabeer dust. This makes 4. And I need these. This makes 8. So, I'm going to need at least 3, probably. That's not awful. I also, while we were waiting for that to get full, I also upgraded my sword, added a few more enchants, and upgraded it to Vibranium. So now it does almost 40 attack damage, has soul looting, smite, capturing, basically everything good you could have. Now, I do have more books that I could definitely put on here to make it way better, but I simply do not have the levels for that. I'm gonna need a crazy system, probably many mob farms that all connect to each other, but right now I do not have enough levels. I need at least 500 or 600 to put on all the books I want to put on, and that is not within my grasp right now. But what I could do is find something else. This doesn't seem very doable right now. But what I want to do is instead is get through generators to galore. It seems if we make 64x Nether Star generator, an Ender generator, and a 64x Magmatic generator, we will get some parts to the Philosopher's Fuel. It seems at least 2 parts, and then we can continue our way into making this. But I'm pretty sure this is... Oh, just a blaze burner will be easy. Rainbow coal is okay. I'm decently sure. And a dark tank. Ember fuel is something I've never dealt with before, so we'll see what the obstacle is for that. But without further ado, let's get into this. So let's get our Ender generator going. So we need an obsidian generator, we need a diamond generator, we need a gold one, iron, etc. So this is going to be a little bit of a process, just like the nitro player transmitter. That took quite a bit of time because you have to upgrade throughout every tier. So everything that you're seeing here: starter, basic, hardened, etc. Although Power is a fun mod, I definitely prefer it over Mechanism or something like that. Everybody loves Mechanism, but I feel like there's only so much you can do with it, and then it just gets really boring. I don't want to do that. So now we have our obsidian generator. We have We are missing 4 ender pearls. Let's quickly... Actually, no, we don't need to do that because we have nebulous hearts. We have nebulous hearts in our backpack. So now we have 12 more ender pearls and just enough to make the ender generator. Perfect. Okay, now that we have that, nether star generator. This might be a problem. We're going to need a lot of wither skulls. Let's see what we can do. Do we have a wither spawner? We have a lot of wither skeleton spawners. So we have 2 of these with very good spawn delays. But we seem to have a problem with our mob farm over here and the amount of mob mashers we have. We only have 4, and it looks as if we need 10 sharpness upgrades per. So that's 90 of them if we got all 9, which that means I need to spend 640 iron ingots on all of them, which shouldn't be awful. I think that's doable. I'm going to need to make 320 swords, though. So, let me get to that.
A few moments later.
Alright, guys. I just went down the mine and got some more redstone, but we have 19 so far, and now we have almost 40. I need 1 more so then I can make all 4 of them have full sharpness upgrades. I'm gonna throw a couple wither skeleton spawners in here so then we can get a move on, because we're gonna need a lot of skulls if we're gonna get that many nether generators, nether star generators. That's gonna be a pain. That's gonna be a lot. First I'm probably gonna need to make... Oh, hold on. That takes... So, 10 here, 10 here. What's... That's just a part of it. I mean, genuinely, we don't really need the ethereal glass there, but I think I'm gonna do it for my safety, because I am gonna get killed by these if I don't. You see how it just one-tapped me with full netherite? I don't have any protection on it, but, that was still some crazy damage there. Actually, I'm going to need to go back to my home, and I'm going to need to get some chorus fruit. Get 2 of these, and then I'm going to need a soul lantern as well. Make 9 more of those, and a soul lantern. So the soul lanterns basically stop the spawners from being sensitive to light. So these should spawn in any light level, and then these chorus fruit make it so the AI that basically attacks you isn't there anymore. So once we place these down, we should be able to put these chorus fruit on them. Oh gosh, there we go. And then make these ignore light. Great. Now that we have a ton of wither skeletons coming in, we should have a bunch of skulls. And now that I'm seeing what's going on here, I'm gonna quickly switch this vector plate around. This is being very obnoxious. I'm just glad none of these wither skeletons are spawning. I'm also gonna need to... See, I have like insta break. I don't understand what that is. Because it wasn't doing that earlier. I must have something on, like haste. And I'm not gonna. Yeah, I think I just have to put it like this. There we go. And where did that go? I thought I had another vector. I'm missing a vector over there. I'm just going to take one from the corner. And then I'm going to place it right where this guy is. There. Perfect. So now that our mob farm is basically done, we have our wither skeletons and our blazes. We now just are waiting for everything to spawn, and we should be good. Now, if my XP tap enjoy working, there we go. Well, I'm pretty sure I've told you guys what this tap already does, but if not, basically you just right click it after you put it on a tank, and it spits out the experience for you. So like the fluid that gets put into here, you can't just like pick it up in a bucket, put it down, you get the experience. You need to get this tap and right click it, and yeah, if it isn't draining fast enough, you can put more than one on and then have them all drain out, but I'm pretty sure this does like 1,000 millibuckets a second. We need to get some more nether stars, so then we can fit these out in... Why are these pigs now? I might go to the nether real quick. Actually, no. I don't know what happened. I guess whenever I put on the light thing, they might have changed to pigs. That's very weird because I've never seen that happen before. Maybe tonight we can get some phantoms. I'm not too sure though. I need to put my bed out or something. This is really dumb. I don't know what happened. I guess whenever I put in the chorus fruit or the soul lanterns, it must have messed with it. I don't know if this was a glitch or that's purposeful, but I have more wither spawners or wither skeleton spawners, so I'm not very worried about it. It's just kind of annoying. I think I'm gonna try to get another egg. So I'm gonna get more eggs from these guys. I'm gonna try and kill these wither skeletons myself, and hopefully get a spawn egg. Okay. So didn't happen with. So that didn't happen with what's it called? What just happened? So that didn't happen when I added the chorus fruit in, so it must have been the soul lantern. I don't know why it did that. It could have been the environment it's in, like the overworld, but anyways, it's not a huge deal. I can always put it down here. I have 4 wither skeleton skulls right now, but I do not think we're going to have enough this episode to cover the nether star generator. Yeah, we're going to need these, so we're going to need 8, which is 8 times 7, so 56 per one, and then 56 times 8, so we're going to need over 400. Yeah, we're going to need 448. 448 for 1x64, which isn't actually awful. And then we need 8 echo shards, I think. Yeah, and then a conduit and a bunch of nautilus shells. Nautilus shells are kind of hard to come by right now, so I'm not going to even touch that. What's up with the magmatic generator? What do I need for this? So it's literally just a ton. Actually, you know what? I think next episode we definitely need to get auto crafting going. But otherwise, right now, it's either I end it or... I'm not too sure. We need latex. We need industrial foregoing. That's what I'm going to do. So we need a log. We have a log, and then we have latex processing unit. So we need 4 of these. We need a little bit of buckets. We need 4 furnaces, and we need 4 of these. Oh yeah, and then 4 more of these. Perfect. So these latex processing units basically take latex from a log. So let's say, is this, no, it's not backwards. So basically, these latex processing units take the latex from an oak log, and they turn it into latex fluid, which then can be put into a actually no, I think this gets turned into latex pellets after you put water in here, but we don't have any power. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna take this basic energy cube, and I'm gonna take a basic, no, I don't have, I need a basic universal cable, and I'm gonna place it right one block ahead, so then I can do this, and now I can change out the block. But I do need a configurator, so I'm gonna grab my configurator from here. So this energy cell is basically just a big battery, and this cable will basically pull power from my system here, and these guys will start working. I also need water, so I'm going to make another electrical pump. Electric pump. So I'm going to need steel, so I need coal. Actually, I'm going to use the one up here instead. So I'm going to use 9 iron here. I'm going to take the upgrades out of this one. And after I take the upgrades out of this one, this will make it run a lot faster. And basically, I shove the iron ingots in here. It makes enriched iron, which then I need to put this enriched iron back through the metallurgic infuser, which then enriches it with carbon again, which then makes steel dust. And then this steel dust right here, I can use and smelt it. And then after I smelt it, I can make my pump and my bucket, my energy tablet. Let me go get some redstone. We're back with redstone, and I can make our energy tablet to make our electric pump. And now that we used our bucket, I need to make another bucket, I'm pretty sure. No, maybe, yeah. I'm just gonna make another one. And then I can go here, grab some water. Whoops. This also needs power though, so. I'm gonna have to put it right here. Put block there, and then place water in here, which then makes it so I can get some basic water pipes, I think. What are they called? Basic mechanical pipe. And I need 6 more of these. So now that I have my steel, I can make my mechanical pipes, which then allow me to move water from my, what's it called? Hold on, I'm crafting, sorry. I can move the water from the electric pump into my latex processing units pretty easily, and it'll be good. So I'm gonna bring that there, and I'm gonna route this under. So I have this, that's connected, and I come under here. Actually, I don't need that. Now that I'm under here, I can take that, take this, put my latex processing unit right there, and why isn't it taking the fluid? Maybe it needs to be above, that's why. This is not getting water, hold on. So it needs to do that. Okay. And then I use my cable. I bring it up one more and connect that. Now all this is filling up with that. But I need power. So where am I getting my power from? Eject is on. Output on the bottom. Now we should be pulling in... I thought we should be pulling in latex. Unless I have this backwards. Should be possible. But... yeah, I do. What the hell? Why'd they change it? I hate when they change this stuff. This used to have like a big fat space in the front of it. Is that wrong or what? Front, pull. I don't understand. Is this not... Oh, this is a latex processing unit.
Bruh.
Wait. Wait a second. I'm supposed to have latex... Wait. No, this is, it's a fluid processing unit. That's what I'm supposed to have. I thought. Hold on. At industrial. Foregoing. This is what I needed. A fluid extractor. So basically that takes latex from the wood and then makes it, and then the latex processing unit makes it into little balls of like dry rubber. So I'm gonna need more. Alright, I'm gonna go mining for a little while to go get a bunch of redstone. Alright, we're back with our redstone. It seems I've lost my backpack. Unless yeah, I don't know where my backpack is. Never mind. I put it in here. Okay. Just kidding. We're all good. So, now that we have our pity machine frames, and we need some of these, put those in there. Make 4 of those. Why did it make those? Okay. Wood. Log. And we'll make our piston. So then we can make our final fluid extractor. And we can finally make our... There we go. Now that we're doing this, we can take these pipes that we routed through here. Actually, we can take that out entirely. And we'll just close this up. Take these latex processing units. Lay them up through here. We have last 2 left. So I have that like that. Take these basic mechanical pipes. And we're going to bring them up through here like this. And basically, okay, I really don't like these boots making me go up like that. Hello? I'm just gonna go through go right here. Pull. And the last one needs to be pull as well. Alright, perfect. And our latex needs to be from the left, and we want it to be pull. I also need water. Okay. That's great. Of course, I just got rid of it. And it's just kind of jank. Like, this looks awful. Where are those pipes? Right here. So why isn't our latex being pushed? So if we push, is it going all... Is this connected? No, it's not. No wonder. Do I have an extra pipe here? Is there any way I can get an extra pipe? Nope, I have to go make all new ones. Okay. So it is a mechanical pipe. A bucket. Again. Perfect. Alright, so now that that's running, I need another bucket. And I need to go up here and grab some water. Actually, no, I can go down since I dug a little hole through here. I can come back up and place my water under the electric pipe or pump. This pump is pretty good at just storing water, or well, getting water and putting it in your whatever you need. I'd personally recommend, if you have the terracotta, use a kitchen sink, since that's just infinite water. You don't need any power or anything. It's just like, it's infinite water, no catch, no nothing. It's really just a great way to do it. But now that we have our latex going, and we are getting enough latex to make some dry rubber, we are gonna make some of this. We're gonna get this quest, and I think I'm gonna stop the video there. So we have our dry rubber, and we're gonna make this into some latex. Plastic. Claim this. And our next step is to get a wither builder. Next episode, we're gonna get the Hyphatus forge and the wither builder going. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and don't forget to like and subscribe.